Welcome to another stage analysis video. It's Sunday the 3rd of August 2025. I'm going to start off today's video with a look at a new feature that I've added into the website this weekend for in the members area. So we already had the relative strength sub-industries page as a table. Come back into here, so you've got them ordered by relative strength, price, the 1 week change, 4 week change, etc. And you could order and see what was on the move by weekly change or over the last quarter, etc. But I thought it'd be useful if we added in so we've got the weekly chart, already. So we have the charts for each of these groups and the individual stocks. So for example, if you click on the silver heading currently, the weekly chart pops up, shows all of the charts, all the stocks that are 300 billion market cap and above combined into the group chart, and then the individual stocks in order. And you can click through into the breadth page as well from there. But this chart here particularly, so I thought it'd be really useful to have a mini grid view in the page. So I've added this section here where we've got some options. So we've got the view by table, you've got the view by charts. So if you click on the charts button here, you flick through into this new mini grid view. And then as you scroll down the page, you can see the charts load. You've got a 3x3 grid on the bigger screen size at the moment. I might add some different grid options as well. It's one across on mobile, 2 across on like an iPad size. So it goes in order, and then we have the sort by. So at the moment, it's sorted by the same as the table in terms of when the default is by Mansfield relative strength, so the strongest by relative strength. But you've got some different options. We can look at which groups are the weakest by relative strength overall. So managed healthcare, for example, you can delve into the group and see which stocks in there particularly are making up that decline. So this is the weakest of the sub-industries overall at the moment. So you can see it's rank 160. So these numbers here indicate the overall rank by relative strength. So and we go back to strongest here, you see precious metals and minerals, coal and consumable fuels, independent power producers. These are the stronger areas at the moment. You can see it's been in a very strong stage 2 advance for a while. So, but what's really useful about this now is what we have in Stan Weinstein's method is what we call the forest to the trees approach. So you're looking for what's going on in the overall market. So the overall market's in stage 2. You then drop down to what's going on in the sectors and the sub-industries, etc., before looking at the individual stocks. So we look for where the strongest areas are. So for example, on a 1 week change, if we click by sort by 1 week change on the best, you can see this week computer and electronics retail had one of the biggest moves, interactive media and services. So we click into computer, electronics and retail, and then we go to the relative strength column here, the change on the week. You can see the biggest change was from NEGG. So this one was the following through was a big reason for that move, and that's only a small group, whereas interactive media and services is a bigger group here. So again, if we do it by Mansfield relative strength change on the week, you can see it was Reddit, Genius Sports, 36R, Meta, Trivago. So 36KR is only a really small market cap. So if we flick through into these, you see Reddit had a stage 2 continuation move. So Genie obviously making and pushing up towards new highs at the moment in stage 2B. This is that minnow stock, so less important. And then Meta had earnings, I believe it was pushed through back towards the highs again. So testing up all-time highs for that one. So they're the reasons for this group moving. So you can go through these, you can find the stocks on the move for the week very quickly just by opening up sectors, changing their relative strength in order. And then you can go through those individual charts. So that's the kind of top-down approach way of doing things. So for example, over the last 6 months, the best groups, precious metals and minerals, coal and consumable fuels, so your uranium stocks particularly are in that, have been exceptionally strong over the last few months since the April low. Passenger ground transportation, so this is your Uber and Grab and Hertz and Lyft, etc. That's had a really strong move since April as well. So you can see these are the areas of strength over that time. So if you do flick back through to the table view from here, it stays in the same order. So you can see it's ordered by 26-week change at the moment. And then again, you can still get through to the individual views of the groups from here. So from this, if we go back to the start here, you can also jump to the different types. At the moment, this is sub-industries, so this is the smallest of the group types. You've got industries where there's only 71 at the moment, so independent power and renewable electricity producers is the strongest area overall for that. And again, you can do the same thing. We've got charts for these as well. You can do by 1 week change, 4 week change, etc., and see which is the strongest area. So aerospace and defense in this broader group, you see there's what we got 48 stocks in that one there. So that's basically, and then if we order that by strength, ERJ, so flick through to those, you can see big moves this week in ERJ. For example, we've got this just pushing up in early stage 2, TAT pushing towards the highs. Its SATA score improving to a 9, so technical attributes improved by +3 on the week as it tested new highs. So LHX pushing towards its highs again, stage 2, etc. NOC. So aerospace and defense was a particular area of strength over the last week, even though the group as a whole, it popped higher, did close lower on the week, but it was actually obviously a gap up move. So it was down from the open on the week to where it closed, but it was still higher on the week overall compared to lots of other groups. So that's where the strength has been. And again, sectors, you can drop down to sectors here. You can see the 11 sectors, what the strongest and weakest there. So utilities has been leading. So your strongest of your utility stocks, TLN, VST, ETR, etc. there. Whereas you can order by market cap. GEV is one of the big ones that people know at the moment. NEE, CEG, etc. These are some of the areas that have been strong. So communication services starting to roll over a bit. Tech is in 5th at the moment. You can see it's been pushing up towards the highs since the April low there and consolidating. So looking for potential follow through in the coming months after the correction that we've started in the last week plays out. So this is a new way that you can view this data, which before was just in the tabular form, and obviously had to flick through into the individual charts. So now you can get that just by going to the chart view, and then you can still click on the headers and get into the individual stocks. So I think really, really useful addition to the site.